Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. Currently getting ready this morning, and today's gonna be like a little nail vlog because I do my own dip nails at home, and it was highly requested on my Instagram that next time I do it, I show you guys, because either some of you want to start doing it, or when you do it, it doesn't last very long. Mine usually lasts like 3-ish weeks. These lasted 2, which... no, it is what it is, but I'll take it, you know? But considering I usually have like busy days as a mom, I usually do my nails at the very end of the day after everybody goes to bed. But I do all of like the prep all throughout the day because I feel like that's the part that takes me the longest, is like getting all of this off, doing the cuticles, doing the filing, so that way once the kids are in bed and I can just go straight to like doing the dip, and then it'll take me like 20-30 minutes max, and I still kind of have a little bit of my night to relax. So I'll do my best throughout the day to show you like when I'm kind of like picking away at things and how I get it off, because I know that was a big question too, like, oh, show how you remove everything, and like I don't have a special way to do it. I feel like a lot of times I can really just like, you know, like you get under a little corner of it and things just start chipping away, especially if they are kind of ready to be taken off. They kind of come off pretty easily. And then when stuff doesn't come off very easily, I just kind of file at it and like, you know, but I'll show you some of the stuff that I use, like the files that I use, the cuticle stuff that I use, and all of that throughout the day as I use it. And then tonight we will actually do the dip. So this is, I mean, I'm not going to show you close up because my cuticles are actually very disgusting, but like I already have one completely off. This one's like partially off. Yeah, so throughout the day we'll get the nails prepped, and then tonight we will do the dip. So all throughout the day I will do this, all of the prepping, because I don't have like a good chunk of just, here's a 30-45 minute chunk of time for me to sit and do this. So it happens all throughout the day, here or there, like right after maybe cleaning up some lunch and we have some lull time. Like right now we have a little bit of time before I go put Nell up for hopefully another nap, and then like I might do some after dinner, and then, you know, just like here or there, wherever I can do it. So throughout the day I'll kind of start picking them off anyways. Like I said, I don't do anything special because I feel like they're ready to come off. They just need a little help. So a lot of times I'll take just a plain, I don't know if it's focusing, I'll take just my nail and like kind of dig under it and pop off what wants to pop off. I've heard good things about taking floss and like underneath, I don't know, but either way I'll show you kind of how I do that. But a lot of them things that I use, then once that's off, is I'll shape my nail just with a regular file. Once it's decently like shaped, I'll use one of these ones to smooth it off. I don't ever really do like the polish, I don't know, there's just the different levels of whatever to like smooth it off. I'll use one of these for my cuticles. This is key, you know, to like shove down the cuticles and like clean off the nail, to then finally use one of these to like cut and clean around. So all throughout the day I'm gonna be picking these off, filing my nails, pushing the cuticles down, cleaning it up so that I can do the dip tonight. Sometimes what I'll do when like the tip's being really stubborn, since my nails are long enough, I'll like bite it to like flatten it, and it kind of cracks it, so that way it's easier to pry some of them off. Again, I am no expert with this, and I just do a lot of picking at it and biting sometimes. I'm obviously just doing my best to not actually break the nail while I try and get it off. But usually it's the tip, that top part, that's the hardest to get off. So I don't know, then sometimes I'll try and file it, and then eventually just file it all the way down. Fingers? Yeah, I'm trying to take it off.
hold that for you, Mommy.
Kids are in bed. I prepped my nails all throughout the day today. So as you saw, like filed them, cleaned the cuticle, cut the cuticle, and then like use this smooth side of the file to just get everything nice and smooth. And then now since the kids are in bed, I'll do the actual dip. This is the kit that I am using. Comes with all of this. It's really easy to mix colors if you want to make a new color. Like there is a yellow one and I'm personally never going to use yellow. So then I mixed a dark green and a dark blue and I made this really cool dark green color. I'm going to do all of the dip stuff right now. Ideally my nails would be a little longer than this. This I know for some people you're like, oh my god, this is so long. For me this is decently short, but they're all the same length, so I'm going to keep them as is. I do have these fake nails that I'll glue on if say like I broke a nail or two and need it to be longer to match the others. I'll link all of that below like I said, or we're just gonna deal with this as is. But I will do the dip right now, show you guys like how I go about doing it, and yeah, that's pretty much it. When I start with the first layer, I actually don't paint the entire nail. Every time I've gotten dip done, what my lady does is just does kind of like the middle of it. So like not all the way to the bottom, not all the way to the sides, kind of just like a skinny strip down the center and then on the tips. I think this helps kind of taper the dip on her nail so it's not just like this big blocky thing, so you can see it's not all the way to the bottom or the sides. I don't know, when I used to get my nails done for dip, this is how she did the first layer, so then I just started doing that too. But then the next few layers I do the entire nail, so all the way down, all the way to the sides. Every time I dip my nail, dip it in and then kind of shake off the excess dust. This part is key, as you could see right there. I was painting the very tip of my nail, kind of like the front of my nail and somewhat underneath just a little bit. I think this is what really helps prevent my dip from chipping right away. It kind of curls over the front of the nail. Like you really need to paint that part. And then I do a total of like 3 layers, maybe a 4th if I feel like I need it, but usually it's just that one like partial layer and then 2 full layers after that. And then as you see, every time I dip it, I kind of shake it off a little bit, and then once I have that 3rd layer on, I do that little activator. This kind of solidifies everything, and then you can feel it makes the nail kind of hard, but then it also makes it bumpy and gritty. So the next step is to file everything down to get it nice and smooth. But first I take this tool and push down the skin around my nail, because sometimes if I got some of that like nail polish on it, kind of sticks it to my nail, you know, so I need to push that down. And then next step, like I said, is just filing. So I do a file around the edges just to get it a little more smooth if needed, since I did that somewhat of a layer around the edges, you know, and then filing on top. So this part is what takes a little bit of time, getting it nice and smooth. This is what makes it look really nice and not bumpy and gritty. So I use this little blue file that came with the set, and then this other file block that I bought on my own just to try and get a little more smooth. So you can see the one on the right is the one I just filed, a little more smooth. One on the left is a little more gritty and bumpy, that one I had not filed yet. So yeah, I just keep doing this with every single nail until they're done. I did not get a chance to close out the video yesterday because Sloan was having a very tough time going to bed. So I quickly did the dip, I think like 3 different layers, filed it down, and then I left it like as is. That's what I've been doing lately actually. There's like a top coat that you can do to make it look glossy or whatever. But lately I have just been not doing that, and then it gives it a matte look, and I kind of dig it. Another thing that I've done before is I also have this gel kit, super affordable again. This one comes also with like a top coat, so I've done this before as like the clear top coat and then put my nails under like the UV light for a little bit. The only issue I found is that it actually starts to peel soon after. It doesn't last very long, and then I'm like left with like, it looks cracked and like the top layer peeling, and then it just, I don't know. So don't recommend doing the gel top coat. I recommend doing the top coat that comes with the dip kit, or just leaving it as is. Once it's filed, and it's a matte look. So we'll see how long these last. My last ones lasted 2 weeks. I've had them last up to like 3-4 weeks depending on what I'm doing, you know, or like around the house or with the kids, whatever. But I hope this was helpful. It's kind of unfortunate that it's a day-long process with the whole like cleaning and all of that, but then it does help. So then when I'm actually doing the dip, it's just like a quick do it, put it on, and then the filing is what I feel like takes the longest to make sure it actually gets nice and smooth and all of that. But I don't know, hopefully this was helpful. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.